I'm Tony Hardy, founder and director of Canny Creative, a branding, web design and content creation agency based in Blythe, Northumberland, and welcome to Building Better Brands. On this episode, we're going to talk about the price of branding, how much it's going to cost you to get your business branding right. Let's dive straight in. First of all, a quick refresher on what branding is and what it isn't. Branding isn't just your logo. There's the whole strategy element, there's the whole identity, how your marketing looks, how your brand communicates, how you talk to customers, how you talk to staff. Branding runs throughout the core of your business and it can't be ignored. So the first thing you need to do when looking to engage with a branding agency is decide exactly where you need help. Some agencies will offer a smaller branding package, which it might be a logo, a colour scheme, some typography and supporting materials. Scaling up, you might need a bit of strategy work and then all of that identity work, plus vehicles, signage, a website, that sort of thing. And then at your high end, you're dealing with massive corporations like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, IBM. That's a whole different kettle of fish altogether. So to get an accurate price, you need to decide into which kind of bucket you fall into. Different agencies specialise in helping different sized businesses. So what is the scope of your branding project? Obviously, we've just talked about brand strategy, brand identity, or maybe you need the whole thing as a package. That's one element to consider. Then you've got, where are you in the life cycle of your business? Have you just started? Have you been going a few months, a few weeks, a few years? And then what about the size of the business? Are you a small owner-operated business? Do you have a team of 25? Do you have a team of 505? All of these elements are going to dictate the size of the branding package and have a knock-on effect on the price. So how much does branding actually cost? Well, there are a few schools of thought on this. You could go for like a cheap, low-end, super value package, but the issue with that is branding is an investment in your business, and by choosing a cheap supplier and a cheap rate, what you're actually probably going to do is engage in a project that has no real tangible business results. On the other hand, however, if you're investing at a professional level, say 4, 5, 6 figures and above, you're going to get something that actually moves the needle for your business. And when it comes to branding, that's exactly what you should be aiming for. So what if you don't have the budget for professional branding? First of all, you could save up or apply for grant funding. I know in the northeast of England, we've got a couple of different pots of money that can be accessed to help businesses get their branding right. Or you can invest some more of your own time, not into the identity side of things, but the strategy. You know your business better than anyone else, so you could definitely invest some time on that front and then cut some of the branding costs down. Or you could barter. I know if you are Nando's and you offered us free Nando's for life, we would be more than happy to work on a rebranding project for you. As well as that, a lot of agencies these days are offering flexible payment terms. We work a lot with startups, and recently we've been doing a quarter, 4 payments over 6 or 8 months. Or some agencies are even offering payment on completion. There are a lot of different ways to make sure you can get your branding taken care of professionally without resorting to cheaper resources. So what's included in a branding project? Well, first of all, there's the discovery session. That's where yourself and your agency get around a table and you talk about things. You talk about everything: goals, objectives, what the company looks like now and what you want it to look like in the future. Moving through from that, you've got the brand strategy, the story, the vision, the values, the mission, the tone of voice, and the communication strategy behind the business. And then your brand identity, logo design, promotional material, stationery, website, all of that gets taken care of. And then finally, it all gets wrapped up in a neat little brand guideline package that you can hand over to anyone as a PDF, and they'll understand your business perfectly. So here are some important considerations around branding. First of all, where in the world are you? If you're in the UK or USA, maybe you're charging more or you're going to get charged more than if you're in the Far East or Asia or somewhere like that. Secondly, the size of your company. If you have one coffee shop and that's all you have to do, signage, logo design, there's no strategy work involved, That's going to be a much smaller project than if you are Starbucks and you had 700 locations spread around the world in a website that needs to account for all circumstances. That is obviously a much larger branding project. And then thirdly, there's a little unknown quantity in this space, which is how interesting is your branding project, and have you struck up a personal relationship with someone about it? Personally, at Canny, we're interested in projects involving food startups and snacks and people in the eating and hospitality sectors. But if you are, say, a grassroots sports team and you manage to find an agency who are actively promoting and encouraging grassroots sports, maybe you would have a better rapport then, maybe you could work out a deal. There are a lot of things that can be done and can influence the price of your brand. So the key takeaway here is this. Branding is a big investment into your business, but it is vital to your business success, and you want to make sure that you get it right from the start. And to do that, you need to decide really where you need help. Is it the strategy? Is it the identity? Is it the further and continued marketing efforts? Or is it all of this combined? And then you need to be prepared to invest. Branding doesn't come cheap. At Canny, we basically just don't work on projects anymore for less than 5 figures. There are a lot of agencies that will, but honestly, to do a great job, a branding project could take anywhere between 200 and 300 hours, and that time needs paid for essentially. So the equation that kind of goes into pricing a branding project is how long is it going to take versus how much is the hourly rate. Times them together, see where you get to, and you're off to the races from there. Normally, it's a 5-figure sum, but our clients come out of it with a great professional looking brand identity. So if you're looking for help with your branding project, check out Dribbble, Behance, Instagram, have a Google. Find some branding agencies either locally or further away who you like the look of the work of, hit them up for a price and let them handle it from there. Until next time, I've been Tony Hardy, this is Building Better Brands. Subscribe, comment, like below, and we'll see you next time.